Makadi mhuri yeZimbabwe kusangana zvekare pano pachivhitivhiti chenyu patinokupai nyaya nemalatest updates ezvinhu zvinenge zvichiitika munyika yeZimbabwe. Mamiriro azvakaita mhuri yeZimbabwe zvinhu hazvina kumira zvakanaka, asi tasarudza kuti tinge tichiuya pano kunge tichikuonesai nyaya dziripo mastreets esocial media kuti munge muchiziva chokwadi chiripo. Right, mamiriro azvakaita zviri kunzi izvoni retired air marshal Henry Muchena vakaita 10 points dzavo vachiresponda nyaya Cape 3 last week. Ndofunga ndopakasainiwa Cape 3 but here tine 10 points key points in the statement. So tinoda kuti tikuverengerei 10 points idzodzo dzakanga dzichitaurwa naComrade Muchena nawo veteran zvekare vari former air marshal retired. Right, panapa vakauya vakati padandemutande vakati rekutanga point yekutanga irikutaura chiti the 2013 constitution will not be surrendered to fear. Second one point irikuti we must now organize, mobilize, resist and reject. We will not in number 3 we will not flinch and we will not break at the law to save our constitution. Right, number 4 Cape 3 offends the spirit of the liberation struggle. It is vulgar. Number 5 the constitution belongs to the people. It does not belong to a president. Number 6 elected MPs, senators who used the people's mandate to betray the people, the people's will be judged harshly. Zvipere zvakanaka izvi. Right, number 7 irikuti we did not spend our careers defending this nation's constitution to watch a cabal mutilating it. Number 8 Cape 3 is exactly the same as Ian Smith's UDI. Ndofunga munoiziva part kana kuti regime yaIan Smith. Iyi number 8 yatataura. Number 9 irikuti Cape 3 is a project of a cabal of unelectable people. Ndofunga tikada kutarisa emasoda zona akagwana kuvhoterwa, ziyambi ana kuvhoterwa, na Wikinew avana kuvhoterwa. The last one yekupedzisira yake chitei irikuti Cape 3 is a decree. So ndo zatinoti Muchena's 10 points dzakangofanana nedzayaitwa kuhistory dzana Woodrow Wilson 10 points. Ndofunga ndo dzaMuchena wedzi. Saka ndazvo muri Zimbabwe ndo mamiriro zvakaita zvinhu. Tichakusiyai makatera kubva kumakomrades edu pano pachivhitivhiti chenyu.
Famba kuti vaende kumba yoita a delegation of people vanonoita dialogue. It might work because what is happening now hazvisi kunakidza. And even these same people who are fighting for this Cape 3, you know what normally happens in life is and vanoti muchero wegomba ndianomira marira. And you remember when they pavakanyora first what do we call it? First, oh come on. First constitution and vakatanga kunyora munana 2009 vachizoita yakazopasiswa 2013 and if you notice kuti pakaita back and forth because vanhu vainge vachida kusave their own skin vari kuda kutry. This is why you see kuti now they are using all these loopholes because vakatry kuda kuti isusu gazvite kwedu, then the opposition no vari kuda kutry to stand with the masses and so isusu tiri kuti these things we have to be brave and bold. We have to come up with solutions. We have to send maybe a delegation vari kuda kuti miririra. Maybe we can talk, maybe they can understand our position, because if we say kuti zvatiri kutaura panapa we all agree, then we need to put it into action. Ngakuende vanhu kumba vanonogara navo pasi vachivaonesawo our side of the story. Isusu sevechidiki, isusu sevechi medium size, zvevakuru hatichanyanya kuzviteerera because all these things it's going to affect even ivo vacho vari kutaura mitemo iyoyi. It's going to affect my generations, vana vavo, because they might be safe nas. Who knew kuti all these things would be happening, kuti pachazenge pakuita a tug of war between the president and the vice president. Always we just feel at the end of the day isusu citizens we are the ones who suffer. So I just encourage kuti if we've got people like Dr. Takadini, he's always, I always follow what they say because it's the reality. Cape 3 vintikada kutarisa zvekuti term of office that is just hogwash. the fundamentals of this whole cap 3 iri rogue. So even tikada kuzotanga kutaura kuti term yakakura sei, maximum or minimum, or who is going to benefit ABCD, pakatangira nyaya yacho ndepekuti even I remember vamadhugu vachipresenta pakatanga kuintroducwa nyaya ina minister we legal Ziyambi. So I was so disappointed at some point kuti why did we even kutombo participate in those consultations? What was the purpose of kungo engage kana kuda kuisa effort kana yekuto attenda? What was the purpose of that? When we knew this thing, tinoita unge vanhu vaya vanonakidzwa nekushandiswa. It's the same thing that we go through with elections. And our opposition inenge iri up in arms, we are going to contest, and at the end of the day we always cry. Tinopesa tama cry baby. So I just feel we are so tired of this cry baby. There was no point in going to my consultation. It was unnecessary because at the end of the day, these things are illegal. So it's also to know sanitize. This is what we are good at. We go and sanitize, then we come back and cry. So I don't know if there are people who are willing. We can just come up with a way of raising my funds. Then those people, they will go home in our name as ambassadors. They do people who've got my ideas about food. Maybe if we can do this, I'm sure those people, they've got a conscience. I think somehow they have it. I don't know what is happening, but I know whatever that is happening, it's insane. But we need to come together to want a long-lasting solution. It might be not long, but at least it might be able to sell us. Very sane, because this is madness and it's affecting especially their diaspora. It's not pleasant. Thanks.
Right. No, thanks so much, Evelyn. Thank you so much. And absolutely, there's a lot that we can do from the diaspora. That's my belief. There's a lot of people. You look in the United Kingdom, over 600,000 people from Zimbabwe that are in the United Kingdom. You look in different countries in Europe. Obviously South Africa, we all know the case. Look at other African countries: Botswana, Mozambique, Zambia. Go in Asia, go to America. So there's a lot that we can do. And I believe what is just needed is for these people in their numbers, to come together in one voice, whichever way you can do, whatever platform you can use. But I think this is not a time about, going at each other in terms of oppositions, how they failed or whatever it is. I think it's just a time when people just need to come together and say, Isus Sema Zimbabweans. I think the identity for you to the identity for you to come into it, are you a Zimbabwean, and are you happy about what is happening? So if you can answer that, good, you are one, you are a Zimbabwean, two, you are not happy about what is happening. I think for me that's enough. It's let's stop about political parties, let's stop about whatever you believe in and stuff. Come together and saying, us as Zimbabweans, this is where we stand. Our government went in and changed they changed. Now we cannot vote for the president. They took that right away from each and every one of us, right? My parliamentaries that we gave 5 years in the office, they've gone on to change it and to say they can have 7 years. Did they even ask you? No, they didn't. So Isusu Sema Zimbabweans, this is what we are not happy with. And when we come together organically from different areas, different spaces, and put this together to say, this could Jojo. I think there's so much power that whatever you're saying, could vasaina is low, you can say all those kind of words. But I honestly think, and I remember him saying, Anzi, the voice of people is the voice of God. Even vane power. When people come in and chinongodiwa is togetherness, is oneness. So whichever way we get that, putting our differences aside, is the way that is going to take us. Dr. Tadin kusumudza. I wanted to go to someone, but can I come to you first? Then I'll go to Zim for Life.
Yeah, I'll keep it very short because in Nambotaura, I think 2 times now. The reason why Ndasumza Rogo is what you and my sister were discussing, resisting what ZANU PF is doing. And I always hear one tendency to fight mu Zimbabwe, vachienda ku diaspora. And the reason is mainly because of the hostility government yedu, kuraya vanhu kuri pachena. kudisappear, kusunga, you name it. Asi zvinhu zvatofanira kutaura takawanda nekuti hazvisi kuitika muchiwande, zvinhu zviri kuitika pachena. Mastudents ari kusungwa pachena, vanhu vakapfurwa August 1 pachena. So you shouldn't be hiding from what the truth is, right? So that's why we usually say, yeah, people outside the jurisdiction. But I have to say, we will have to confront ZANU-PF wherever it has sovereign territory, especially in Zimbabwe. You have to confront the government everywhere. The reason why we say fear. So if we continue that messaging, what we are doing is we are also playing into the ZANU-PF trap. We become fear. There is truth in the fact that there will be loss. But I always try to term it, there is more loss in us not participating. There is loss already that comes from the fact that we are not participating. Whether you're talking about loss in terms of the future, whether you're talking about loss in terms of lives that are lost in unnecessarily due to health conditions that could be managed, you name it. Whether you're talking about prostitution just to make ends meet, vanwakuru, etc. Whether you're talking about people that have been lost to the drug scourge because of how the country is being run, that has put youth in that position. So you're already running the loss. So we have this tendency to face ZANU-PF outside. And if we do that, we're giving them a zone of autonomy whereby they can forget about what is happening in Mwekwese and then concentrate on Zimbabwe, which is not going to work for us. Zimbabweans have to confront ZANU-PF where ZANU-PF is based, which is their own home. We will have to confront them there. We will require participation in those that are in the diaspora, those that are in Zimbabwe. We will require participation in the young, the old, the youth, you name it, middle age, anything. Tine tendency to push a responsibility today my youth adai variku UK vadai. No, this is going to require every one of us. Now, lastly, the problem that you mentioned, Titus, issue yekuti participation outside. Participation in outside Zimbabwe and participation inside Zimbabwe, all of them are affected by one thing. People for the longest time have been conditioned kuti tinofana kupiwa directive from vanhu of this portfolio. So this is what is stopping people in UK, cannot people in America or people in Zimbabwe from acting. It's because that directive has not come. I'm telling you that there are certain people vekuti vakataura nhasi kuti ngatite chinhu chakati mangwana. Zvese zvamunotaura about apathy kana kuti melt away. So since that directive has not come, the people themselves have to restructure their mind to a point whereby they create new centers to take directives from, or in the moment they temporarily get moved simply by the need of the situation. Those repo, which means you would need heavy people that are heavy communicators that can simplify the task that is at hand, and hopefully that task is taken up by the citizens of Zimbabwe wherever they are in their different locales. Problem yekuti atina sufficient participation iri grounded in the nature of politics that we have been practicing for the past 2 decades, which is politics that is heavily centered not in institutions, because you can see the institutions are gone, maybe in personalities or something of that sort, but I can't quite pinpoint it. And we need to go above that, especially in this season. It's not a season about characters, it's a season about saving the soul of a nation, which requires all our participation. Dosakandati, in what ZANU-PF has done, this is not an argument. Yekuti, what does the Constitution say? How do you define terms such as term? Right? It's not that. It's an issue of power. ZANU-PF has made its move and it is daring all of us. Iri kuvunza Elizabeth Valerio kuti zvawakabuda uchita mavideo yekuti the people will resist 2030. Vachairezista sei? Iri kuvunza Nelson Chamisa kuti Nelson Chamisa zvawaiti une chakwati toda kuchiona kuti chinoita stand behind our power here. Kuti chinoita stand behind our power here. Iri kuvunza general wanga chimirwa nevamwe in opposition kuti iwe waiti unozvimisa zvimise tuone. Iri kuvunza Tadini na Zeti kuti munogara muchiparidza people resistance, people power, what you would term God, what you called the creator of sovereignty. iri kupi people power yacho, tiratidzei. Isusu tiri vashoma, but we're organized and we have true power. And that power, we have demonstrated it. We have co-opted every system that you could think of. So the challenge is to us, all of us. You, the citizen who say you are suffering, if you're truly suffering, you are disgruntled. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. No, thanks there, Dr. Tadi.